What's up, people? Jay here. Just got done watching Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon made his return to WWE TV and announced that Shane McMahon would be serving as the commissioner of SmackDown Live, while Shane's sister Stephanie would be serving in that same role over on Monday Night Raw. Huge implications for the upcoming draft and WWE's brand extension, but you know what? That's not why I'm here. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is that segment on Monday Night Raw that aired that feud, that war between the Wyatt family and New Day on the Wyatt family compound. I just felt so compelled to get on YouTube and make a video about it tonight. I couldn't even wait until PWF Empire Live tomorrow because I just had to get these thoughts out and I had to deliver this message. And this message is going to WWE's creative team. You know what? Actually, it's going to the entire power structure within WWE as a whole. Ready? Okay, here we go. WWE. Go directly to jail, do not pass go, and do not collect $200 because this is some bullshit. And I'm going to let you know exactly why. Here's the thing. In the year 2016, in the race towards sports entertainment between WWE, Lucha Underground, and TNA, WWE comes in last fucking place. Let me explain to you the implications of making a statement like that, because WWE, that's the company that popularized the term sports entertainment. A few decades ago, when WWE was going through their changing process, they were incorporating so many different elements from other forms of entertainment and pop culture into their product that when they looked at that evolution that they made as a company, someone said, damn, we've evolved so far beyond what traditional professional wrestling was. It's about time we start calling ourselves something different. And what they came up with was sports entertainment. But in the year 2016, they're fucking losing the race that they started, that they established, to Lucha Underground and TNA of all damn companies. TNA is the same company that people would have looked at a few years ago and said that that was the bargain bin. They were shopping in the bargain bin of WWE. If WWE set some shit out on the curb for rubbish day, TNA would come by and pick the stuff up, repurpose it, and slap a label on it and call it their own. But now we're in the year 2016 where WWE does a segment with the Wyatt family, and the only thing people were talking about, they're not even talking about the damn quality of the segment. The only thing that people are talking about is how WWE ripped off TNA with the Final Deletion match that they did with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. And whether that be justified or not, the fact that people are talking about WWE ripped off TNA, the problem is WWE allowed themselves to be in this fucking position in the first place. How in the hell do you, as a company who call yourselves sports entertainment, you the big innovators of the industry, you set the agenda, you set the tone, you let people know what they're supposed to do. You've been lapped in your own race by TNA and Lucha Underground. Shit, when it comes to Lucha Underground as a whole, Lucha Underground is a whole hell of a lot more sports entertainment than WWE is at all. And I sit here and I wonder, what does that term even mean to WWE? What does that even mean? Because every fucking thing that you do is so formulaic and you just set this status quo that you will not break at all. Just look at the way interviews are done backstage and the way segments are done. How every fucking body is supposed to act like the cameras aren't there while simultaneously posing for the cameras. So we do some shit where the camera is facing you from this way and you're talking like this. You have your head turned and you're talking to somebody, you know, that's facing you in this way, but you turn your body towards the fucking camera. They do all of their backstage segments like that. Those tired ass backstage interviews where you just have somebody standing there asking questions and you don't even attempt to innovate with anything that you do. No innovation at all. You just set the tone. This is how it's going to be. And we just paint by the damn numbers. Drag and drop. We just put different people in the same slots every fucking week over and over again. But the one time that you finally do attempt to do something different, you do it only days removed from TNA doing something that was innovative in its own right. And I'm not sitting here saying that what TNA did, that this was a completely original thought. Hell yeah, they bit off Lucha Underground. But the thing that TNA did was they took what Lucha Underground did with the cinematography and all of that stuff, and they incorporated it into their feud, and they made it fresh. They made it interesting. They actually did make what they did innovative, and it felt different, and it felt very compelling and all around entertaining to watch. You want to know what I felt when I was watching this New Day and Wyatt Family segment? I felt like I was going to fucking throw up. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm dry heaving because all of these weird ass camera shots in this direction, it was all over the damn place. I was getting motion sickness, and I'm sitting here right in this damn chair watching like this. And I'm getting motion sickness by watching what the hell is going on the screen. How the hell does that even happen? And then let's talk about Bray Wyatt. Throughout the years, wash, rinse, repeat. Same old shit with Bray Wyatt. He delivers a cryptic promo. He goes out to the ring and, he's delivering these promos. He calls somebody out. They're embroiled in this feud. And then when everything is said and done, 9 times out of 10, he's getting his ass kicked and he moves on to something else. Wash, rinse, repeat. Same old shit over and over again. Throughout the years, the fans have been begging without even knowing it for you to do something like you did tonight on Monday Night Raw with the Wyatt family. But you've gotten people to a point where they're distracted by what's going on in TNA, and they're distracted by the fact that they don't give a fuck about Bray Wyatt anymore. You do all of this shit with him throughout the years. Don't explore the depths of what he could possibly be. Such a complex character, complex gimmick, and the same old shit over and over again. And the one time that you attempt to do something different, oh, what a coincidence. You do it a few days after TNA does something that's a bit similar to that. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. You should be embarrassed at the fact that you did this. You went out of your way to do this, and the only thing people are talking about right now is that you bit off of the company that has been biting off of you for years. You've sat there and languished in mediocrity for years to the point where the narrative has flipped. TNA was the company that bit off of you. Now, you're stealing shit from them. And then the problem is, like I said, when it came to TNA, at least they took what Lucha Underground did and made it their own. I didn't feel as if this was compelling or interesting. Like, honestly, this didn't make me give a fuck about this feud going forward because I know it's going to be back to the same old fucking formula with WWE. And I'm wondering, what is WWE in the year 2016? Have you really become a company where you're letting some other company set the agenda and you're not even doing what you did in the late 90s where shit, you bit off of ECW back then, but you turned it into the Attitude Era and you made it your own. You're not even doing that anymore. Shit, and you want to turn, I'm talking about TNA Lucha Underground compared to WWE. Let's compare you to your own fucking child company, Developmental Territory. They are beating your ass too. When it comes to what I would look at as, more traditional professional wrestling, even though NXT isn't even really traditional professional wrestling, they still have the production value of WWE and all of that stuff. But it's like you have the cinematics on this side with Lucha Underground, and then the more traditional aspects of wrestling and just a very simplified product in NXT over here. And WWE is caught in the fucking middle, just spinning around in a circle, not knowing what you want to be. And your child company is kicking your ass on one side, and this small ass company in Lucha Underground that's just a TV show, not even technically a real wrestling promotion, they're kicking your ass over here. It's like Avon Barksdale told Stringer on The Wire, you're a man without a country. You're not hard enough for them out there, and you're not smart enough for this right here. So what is WWE in the year 2016? And I think this is a conversation that extends so far beyond what this one segment was, because some people are going to sit here like, oh, well, shit, you're bashing them for not being innovative, and then when they are innovative, you bash them too. It's not simply about that. It's about a situation where WWE has allowed themselves to be placed in this point in time where people are saying they're biting off of TNA. Why the fuck has that happened? Why? How? I don't understand that. And I don't know, like, just looking at all of the opportunities that you could have had throughout the years to push forward and do something different, do something innovative in the same fucking status quo, you just stick to it. And the one time you try something different, boop. Can't even honestly assess it. And I mean, shit, if we were to sit here and honestly assess it, would that even be a good thing? Because, I mean, some folks out there, they could say, oh, well, you're not even talking about the segment. Do you want people to talk about the segment? Because, shit, I could talk about it. I could talk about how the production of it was raggedy as a motherfucker. I felt like I was on a rickety-ass roller coaster. Like, there was one time, and I'm going all off into a tangent now, but there was one time I was on this roller coaster that was, like, made out of wood. And I don't even know how the fuck that happened in the, in this millennia, but It like, I couldn't even enjoy the damn roller coaster because I felt like I got whiplash or something. That's how I felt watching this. I couldn't even enjoy what was happening because it was just weird. And I sit here saying that this was weird, but I fucking loved the Final Deletion. And that was fucking weird too, but it was still compelling. It made me look forward to what was going to happen next in that feud. I can't really say the same thing about this going on with the Wyatt family. And I don't know where WWE missed the ball, but shit, they missed the ball. And I will actually give you all a D grade. But that is not the be-all, end-all of it. Because you know what? Even though you get a D, you have something to look forward to. Okay? I like the fact that you at least tried something differently. Now it's about, what can you do from this point on? How can you continue to break that status quo? And I think that employing an effort to break the status quo, that's very important. So that's why, I'm turning this D into a smile. Okay, because that's very important. Like, I at least appreciate the fact that you all are attempting to break the status quo, but I just don't understand how the fuck you let TNA pass you up. And I guess that's it. That's the big takeaway from this. The sports entertainment company has been out sports entertained by Lucha Underground and TNA. That's where we're at. That's where WWE is at in the year 2016. Man, I hope all of this talk that you have about the brand extension, that it's real shit. That they're actually out there competing and attempting to, beat the other ones. Because shit, I mean, because maybe if you have Raw versus SmackDown, at least you'll get a victory somewhere. Because when you include Lucha Underground, NXT, and the one segment that I did see from TNA, you're getting your asses kicked. And that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you later. Peace.